I got a question, and he's with us now. Denny Hamlin getting ready for Daytona. Denny, it's Tiki and Tierney. How are you today, man?
Doing well.
Nice. Good. I know nothing about racing. I'll be completely forthright. Tiki knows a little bit more than I do. I know it's popular. It's huge. We're ready to roll, and we wish you all the best. I got a question for you, though. And I know you play a little golf, or at least I read that you did. And, if you like us, before you start the round, you hit a few wedges, work your way up to the big dog, and you're ready to play golf. Baseball, batting practice, basketball, take layups. What is your pre-race routine? Like, what do you do before the race? You don't drive the car, so what does it entail?
Well, a lot of it has to do with, mentally preparing yourself. I mean, it is different in the sense that you really can't warm up right before a NASCAR race simply because you can't. Those racing, the action that we see in race conditions, you don't see in practice. So we really just focus on practicing alone, by ourselves with our car, and obviously our teams, and we continue to work on trying to make our cars continue to be faster by themselves. And then once we get in race conditions, usually that gives us a better shot.
Daytona is such an iconic name in the sport of stock car racing. What makes it so challenging? I know it's number one, but what makes it challenging? The track, or is it just the aura that surrounds it?
Well, I think it makes it difficult simply because all the cars are on a level playing field, and you would argue that since our Toyotas have been so successful here over the last few years, especially. But it seems just like with the restrictor plates that they put on the cars, they all run close to the same speed, so a lot of driver input. And it's almost like a chess match that we have with each other to how can you get out front on the last lap when it really counts and cross that line before the competition does.
You're talking about your restrictor plates and everybody running equal. You also have a team, and your teammate, Kyle Busch, won the Sprint Cup last year. But you guys play for a team, or I don't say play, I put this in football terms because I played football. You guys race for a team that has a football coach as the head. What's it like racing for Joe Gibbs, who's obviously had a completely different career before he got into NASCAR?
Yeah, it's great to get to coach that championship after such a, really, it almost been a 10-year drought in championships on the NASCAR side. But, there's not too often that someone is able to be very successful in two different sports, win championships in both football and NASCAR. But that just tells you what kind of a people person he is, how good he is with the personnel and essentially the players that he has to work with. So I tell you, it was a great moment for all of our Joe Gibbs Racing and Toyota teammates to get a championship both for Joe Gibbs Racing and really Toyota get their first championship in NASCAR last year with Kyle. So it was a great opportunity. And really, we felt like even though I didn't personally win the championship or Matt Kenseth or Carl Edwards, we had a piece in that championship because we did help Kyle with a lot of things at certain racetracks. So it was a team victory, even though one individual person holds up the trophy.
Yeah, no, and speaking of Joe Gibbs Racing, you guys are Toyota, and you're out actually live at Daytona International Speedway right now. I think I hear the cars going around in the background. Tell us about this Toyota Injector fan experience that's going up. The fans actually get in the cars and ride?
Yeah, it's a great experience. There's great interactive things that they can do up here at the Toyota Injector, and I think it just shows the commitment that Toyota has had not only for NASCAR but Daytona rising. This new project of putting $400 million in a stadium type feeling when you come to a racetrack. Toyota was the first one to commit to helping the build out and obviously showing some great vehicles up here. You see Kyle Busch's championship winning car up here, and really you get to see how involved Toyota is with everything from the economy. 365,000 jobs were created from Toyota coming over here and selling cars. So it's been great. Obviously, their commitment to us was huge, and
Nice.
to get that first championship for them last year was great. And this new Daytona Rising project is something to see. We encourage everyone to come out and see it, and obviously come in through this Toyota gate because you'll get a great treat.
Yeah, sounds good. Talking to Denny Hamlin here on Tiki and Tierney, CBS Sports Radio. So Tiki brought up the great Gibbs coach. I call him coach.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the official, you got the head coach, you got the manager in baseball. What is his official standing in your sport, Mr. Gibbs?
Well, I think Joe kind of is what you would call like the general manager of our team.
Gotcha.
Our crew chiefs, our individual crew chiefs, are more like the head coach.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
we're the quarterbacks of our team.
What do you call them though? You call baseball? You call them skip.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I was getting at.
Coach, you know, we call him Coach. That's what he prefers to go by, and we'll respect that because he's got the rings on his finger.
Hey, did he give you the intel on Kirk Cousins? They going to franchise tag him or what? Is he going to stay with the Skins? We know the coach still knows.
I would think so. I would think he's earned his way there. So, you know, I am a Redskins fan. I grew up in Virginia, so I've always been a Washington fan. So, you know, I know you played against those guys quite a bit. So, you know, it's been a tough few years for us, but it's good to see we got a good, stable quarterback in Kirk Cousins.
Denny, you're not going to make life miserable again for Danica this week, are you? I mean, is this going to happen again? What's the? You guys
that
okay?
Was
What's the
qualifying
story,
last
man?
year. It's all good.
Well, hey, let him answer. What's the story? Give us the real truth. You guys okay?
Yeah, we're great. I mean, we went on vacation together.
See, I told you.
We all took a cruise out in the Mediterranean. But no, I mean, you know, that's the toughest part about having a disagreement with, you know, someone that you do like on and off the racetrack. But it's like, you know, how do you? It's really hard to argue like a gentleman, and you have to when you're arguing with Danica. So it's true. You know, if it was a guy competitor,
that's
of course,
true.
First exchange probably be a little bit different, but you got to respect her one way or another.
You say it's business. Are you worried about the curse? You won the Sprint Unlimited. It's been since 2000 since someone's won Daytona and did that. You're not worried about the curse, are you?
I'm not. We can break that curse at any moment.
Nice.
This year.
Have a great race, Daddy. Stay safe, man.